Sardinia, an island of ancient whispers and untamed beauty. Here, the secrets aren't found on the main roads, but where the stone meets the salt spray. Costa Paradiso name is no coincidence. Here paths are carved directly into the living rock, leading to a secret the island holds close. From high above the granite sentinels, the true heart is revealed. Li Paradiso, a hidden cove reached only by those who care to look. Sardo, a citadel carved from the very peak of a volcanic promontory. Inside these ancient heights, the world slows down. The stone walls offer a different kind of refuge, a modern sanctuary. We enter a city which is a playground, where wealth is as blinding as the midday sun. The architecture here is a curious dream, a masterfully crafted blend of rustic Sardinian charm and sharp modern elegance. Down in the marina, the stone gives way to a forest of steel and carbon fiber. Here lie the world's most extravagant yachts, gathered like silent, gleaming giants in the turquoise water. It is a place of restless ambition, where every detail, from the curve of a hull to the arch of a doorway, is designed to impress. But the true soul of Sardinia isn't found at the pier. It lies out here, where the ambition of man is replaced by the ancient rhythm of the sea. And finally, we reach the legendary SS-125. To those on two wheels, this is more than just a road. It is a holy grail. A serpentine ribbon of asphalt, draped over the limestone heart of the island. Here, every curve is a conversation between the machine and the ancient terrain. 1,000 turns, each one a testament to the sheer joy of the journey. Beside the road, the world falls away into the emerald depths of Cala Fiuli. These limestone giants don't just frame the coast, they guard it. It is a place of vertical beauty, where the grit of the mountain road meets the gentle, rhythmic pulse of the Mediterranean. The SS-125 isn't just a road, it's a masterclass in cornering. Lean, throttle, repeat. Every turn is a conversation between the tires and the asphalt, a rhythmic dance where the world outside the visor vanishes. It's pure adrenaline, written in the curves of the mountains. But as the sun begins to dip, the winding tarmac finally leads us toward the coast, to the ferry, and the next chapter of our journey. Leaving the wild Tyrrhenian behind, a new world unfolds. Welcome to Tuscany. Here, the landscape isn't just wild, it's manicured, sculpted by centuries of history and art. Cypress trees line the horizon like ancient sentinels, guiding us through a living museum, where every golden hill feels like a brushstroke on a canvas. We've entered Val d'Orcia, a place where cinema and reality become one. Federico Fellini captured the essence of the La Dolce Vita here, the sweet life that every rider dreams of. These hills are legendary. They served as the afterlife for Ridley Scott's Gladiator and were immortalized by Anthony Minghella in his masterpiece, The English Patient. Rolling through the Sienese countryside, you realize this isn't just a road, it's a journey through film history. This is our own Oscar-winning moment, one curve at a time. Just a stone's throw away lies Pienza, often called the ideal city. Conceived by Pope Pius II in the 15th century, it was designed to be the perfect urban dream of the Renaissance. Walking or riding through its streets feels like moving through a blueprint of harmony and balance. But Pienza isn't just about stone and symmetry, it's the kingdom of pecorino cheese. The salty, sharp scent fills the air, blending with the timeless beauty of the Val d'Orcia Valley. And then there are places like Palazzo Massaini. Established in the 13th century, this estate is more than just a winery. It's a sanctuary of silence. Riding down its iconic cypress alley feels like a slow descent into the past. Montepulciano, known as the Pearl of the 16th century, this medieval stronghold is a labyrinth of elegant palaces and hidden wine cellars. It's a place where time slows down to the pace of a pouring glass of vino nobile. As we ride along its ancient walls, the scent of oak and grapes follows us, reminding us that in Tuscany, every hill has a heart of gold and a soul of red wine. Beneath the stone floors, time stands still in a labyrinth of ancient wine cellars. But as we emerge back into the light, the grand heart of Montepulciano opens up. The Piazza Grande, a masterpiece of Renaissance power and elegance. Finally, we reach by the line of cypresses stretching to the eternity, the mystical Bagno Vignoni. Unlike any other Italian village, its central square is a massive pool of ancient thermal water. For 2,000 years, these steaming springs have offered rest to weary travelers, from Roman emperors to pilgrims wandering the Tuscan rolling hills. Today, it remains a sanctuary of stillness, where the rising mist reminds us that some journeys are meant for reflection, as much as for the ride. Hidden deep within a forest of cypress and pine, we discover the cloister of Monte Oliveto. The journey here is a ritual in itself, a winding road lined with ancient trees that guard the entrance to this red brick sanctuary. Founded in the 14th century, it's a place of profound peace, where the silence is only broken by the distant echoes of Gregorian chants. As we arrive, the world we knew feels miles away, replaced by the timeless spirit of the monks who have called these hills home for 700 years. As we step through the gate, the expected silence is replaced by a vibrant energy. The courtyard is alive with movement, pilgrims from all walks of life, and visiting nuns from distant congregations, all drawn here by the same magnetic pull. We follow the crowd into the heart of the abbey, where the Baroque church reveals its breathtaking beauty. It's a stunning reminder that even in the most secluded sanctuaries, art and faith have a way of bringing the world together. Leaving the forests behind, the landscape shifts into something otherworldly. Welcome to the Crete Senesi. The name literally means Sienese clays, named after the distinct grey, chalk-like soil that defines this region. These aren't your typical rolling green hills. This is a rugged, lunar landscape in its raw, minimalist beauty, where the earth itself feels ancient and exposed. Riding through these roads, lined with endless cypresses, feels like more than just a journey. It's like crossing the threshold into a magic, ancient kingdom, a realm of elves and legends where time has no power. Every tree stands like a silent guardian of secrets, and as the shadows flicker across the visor, you half expect the landscape to transform into a storybook at the next turn. This isn't just Tuscany anymore, it's a portal to a forgotten world. We took the road to Astiano in the most winding way possible, chasing every corner as if it held a secret. We let ourselves get lost, lured away by new vistas and undiscovered paths at every turn. A journey that should have taken 30 minutes on a straight line turned into hours and hours of pure discovery. It felt like a crime to rush, to give up on the very views we came here to find. In Tuscany, sometimes the best way to find your way is to lose it completely. Astiano caught us by surprise with its effortless charm. Away from the famous vistas, we found the true heart of the town in a small local cafe with laughter and quiet chatter filling the air. It was a beautiful reminder that in Tuscany, the greatest luxury isn't a view or a vintage. It's the simple, unhurried rhythm of a moment shared with friends. Our next stop brings us to Cianciano Terme, a legendary spa town where the healing power of water has been celebrated for centuries. It's a place of elegance and relaxation, but it also holds a special place in film history. This is where Federico Fellini filmed his masterpiece, 8½. Walking through these parks, you can almost feel the surreal energy of the film, a blend of memory, dreams, and the timeless search for inspiration. Whether you're here for the thermal baths or the cinematic ghost of Fellini, Cianciano offers a rest for the body and the soul alike. Welcome to Siena. Entering through its massive brick gates feels like a journey back to the 13th century. We navigate the narrow, winding streets where shadows stretch long against ancient walls, leading us toward the city's beating heart, the Piazza del Campo. It's one of Europe's greatest medieval squares, a vast, shell-shaped arena where the famous Palio horse race has ignited passions for centuries. Today, it's a place to rest, to sit among the locals, and to feel the weight of history in every stone. The Duomo of Siena. Inside, a hypnotic forest of black and white marble pillars defies tradition. It's a striped Moorish masterpiece, where every stone tells a story of divine art. leaving the red walls of Siena through the same ancient gates, we set our sights on the next Tuscan wonder, Chianti. The landscape begins to soften as the rugged clay hills give way to a sea of rolling vineyards and silver olive groves. This is the heart of Italy's wine country, where every curve in the road reveals a new estate, and the air itself seems to carry the scent of sun-drenched grapes. Chianti is more than a postcard. It's a landscape forged by a centuries-old rivalry between Siena and Florence. These hills were once a bloody battlefield, but today they are guarded by the symbol of the Black Rooster, the Gallo Nero. Legend says the border between the two cities was decided by a race between two knights, triggered by the first crow of a rooster. Florence chose a black one, kept it hungry and in the dark, so it crowed long before dawn, winning them most of this golden territory. Now, that same rooster watches over the world's finest vineyards, where ancient stone estates turn sunlight into liquid history. As we climb higher into the hills of Chianti, following the winding road of Petriolo, we spot the castle of Vignamaggio, a villa wrapped in legend. It is said that on its very terraces, Leonardo da Vinci found his muse for the Mona Lisa, framing her smile against this timeless backdrop. But the beauty doesn't end with art. Nearby, the Lamole di Lamole estate continues a different tradition, producing wines from some of the highest vineyards in Chianti. In this place, history isn't just painted on a canvas, it's bottled in every vintage. In the heart of Chianti, we found our home at Agriturismo La Camporena. It was more than just a place to stay. It was an embrace of Tuscan hospitality. After days on the road, it was the perfect sanctuary to slow down and savor the true essence of Chianti. And here is the ancestral home of Amerigo Vespucci, the man whose name was given to the Americas. Welcome to a majestic crown on the hills of Chianti Classico. With a history that stretches back to the 12th century, this estate is more than just a winery. It's a journey back to the age of castles and noble estates. As we approach, it opens up with an avenue of guardian cypresses, a grand terrace, and a timeless view. It's a reminder that sometimes the most beautiful discoveries are the ones that have been waiting for centuries, just for a moment like this. The road to Florence was meant to be the final triumphant stretch, but after days in the saddle, the curves and kilometers started taking their toll. Exhaustion is a silent passenger, creeping up when you least expect it. At a simple stop, my focus flickered for just a second, and down she went. It was a stupid, humbling mistake, a stark reminder that out here, complacency is the enemy. It doesn't matter how long you've been riding, the road demands absolute respect and unwavering attention until the very end. Lessons learned a hard way are the ones you never forget. Florence was a brief, sweltering blur. The heat and the weight of the miles finally pushed us to seek the only thing that mattered: the sea. We bypassed the crowds, giving a wavering hand to the Leaning Tower of Pisa as we chased the setting sun. Every kilometer west felt like a breath of fresh air, until finally, the humid air of the valley was replaced by the cool, salty breeze of the Ligurian coast. The journey through the heart of Italy was over. It was time to let the ocean wash away the dust of the road. We finally rolled into long-awaited resort, where the road meets the Tyrrhenian Sea. Sitting by the shore, watching the lights reflect off the water, you realize that every mile, every curve, was worth it. The famous promenade welcomed us with its endless row of vibrant cafes and the steady hum of the evening crowd. Just when we thought we'd seen it all, Lido surprised us with a soundtrack we never expected. Hearing Tommy Cash performed by local bartenders was the kind of surreal, brilliant moment that only happens when you let the road lead the way. But as the laughter faded, the horizon called us forward. The journey was nearing its end, but several final masterpieces still waited for us. The gravity-defying cliffs and colourful soul of the Cinque Terre, Rapallo and Portofino. The coast was calling, and we were ready for the grand finale. Then, the coast revealed its crown jewels. First, Rio Maggiore, a cascade of sun-drenched houses spilling down into a tiny harbour, where the salt spray meets the vibrant walls. From here, we traced the edge of the world through the rest of the 5 villages, each one a labyrinth of hidden stairs and lemon-scented alleys. Whether it's the dizzying heights of Cornelia or the perfect curve of Vernazza, these cliffs don't just hold houses, they hold the very spirit of the Italian Riviera. Arriving in Rapallo, the atmosphere shifts once again. There's an unmistakable air of wealth and high standards here, a sophisticated Riviera vibe that takes us back to our recent journey through Saint-Tropez. With its grand hotels, palm-lined promenades, and sleek yachts bobbing in the harbour, Rapallo is where the Italian dolce vita meets the elegance of the French coast. It's a place that doesn't shout its riches, but wears them with a quiet, timeless grace. A perfect, polished chapter to add to our coastal story. As we round the final headland, the road opens up to Portofino. This is the jewel of the Italian Riviera, a place where the lush green of the hills meets the deep turquoise of the Mediterranean. Riding along this coast, you feel the shift in energy. The air is softer here, scented with pine and expensive perfume. It's a slow, rhythmic approach to a place that has captivated the world's imagination for decades. And then, you're in the heart of it, the Piazzetta. Everything feels intimate, almost like a stage set. You hear the gentle lap of water against the hulls of wooden boats and the quiet murmur of the cafe crowd. But to truly see Portofino, you have to look from above. From here, the pastel-colored houses look like tiny treasures tucked into a hidden cove. The super yachts sit like giants in the harbor, while the ancient Castello Brown stands guard over it all. This journey started in the red clays of Tuscany and ends here, in a cradle of elegance. The engine finally cools, the dust is gone, and all that remains is the memory of a road that showed us the very best of Italy. Until next time.